Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before you move forward, pause for a moment. Not because this message is important on its own, but because your heart has been quietly asking for something it could not explain. There are times in life when the heart feels heavy without a clear reason. Nothing dramatic happens. Nothing obviously goes wrong. Yet inside something feels unsettled. You wake up, you go through your routine. You talk to people. You respond when needed. You smile when expected. From the outside, everything looks fine. But inside, your heart feels tired. Not tired from work. Not tired from lack of sleep. Tired from carrying emotions you never fully released. Tired from being strong when you needed rest. Tired from being patient when you needed comfort. You have been holding a lot inside, more than you realize. You have learned how to function without falling apart. How to keep going without asking for help. How to appear okay even when something feels broken. And maybe you don't even remember when it started. Maybe it was a disappointment that never healed properly. Maybe it was a loss you never spoke about. Maybe it was a prayer you made repeatedly that never seemed to be answered. You told yourself to move on. You told yourself to trust Allah. You told yourself that time would fix it. But time does not always heal what the heart avoids. At night, when everything becomes quiet, when the noise of the world finally fades, that is when the heart begins to speak. Not loudly, not clearly, but honestly. A heaviness settles in your chest, a feeling you cannot fully explain, a sense that something is missing. You scroll, you distract yourself, you try to fill the silence, but the silence returns, because silence is where the heart is heard, and maybe you've noticed it lately. That restlessness, that emptiness, that quiet question that keeps coming back. Is my heart really okay? You may not say it out loud. You may not even admit it to yourself. But Allah knows. Allah knows what you have been carrying. He knows the thoughts you never shared, the worries you keep hidden, the moments you felt close to Him, then slowly drifted. You did not become distant overnight. It happened slowly, quietly, without you realizing it. One day you felt connected. Another day you felt distracted, then busy, then tired, then numb. And numbness is dangerous because it feels normal. You still pray, you still believe, but the heart feels heavy. And you wonder what's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. This heaviness is not proof that Allah is far. It is proof that your heart is still alive. A heart that feels nothing is dead. A heart that feels longing is awake. And sometimes Allah allows the heart to feel heavy, so it finally stops running, so it finally listens, so it finally returns. If this message feels personal, if it feels like it's speaking directly to you, that is not coincidence. Allah does not guide hearts randomly. This reminder did not find you by accident. It found you at a moment chosen by Allah, exactly when your heart needed it the most. There are moments when Allah sends reminders quietly, not with noise, not with fear, but with precision. This message did not appear in your life randomly. It was not luck. It was not coincidence. It was allowed intentionally by Allah, because Allah does not speak to hearts that are not ready. He does not interrupt lives without reason. He does not send reminders unless there is something within the heart that still responds. And your heart responded. You may think you just found this by scrolling. You may think it simply appeared, but Allah knows the exact moment your heart became tired enough to listen. He knows how long you've been holding things inside. He knows how many times you told yourself, "I'll be fine." He knows how often you pushed emotions aside and chose to keep going. Allah knows the silent weight you carry. There are struggles you never explain to anyone, not because they are small, but because you don't know how to put them into words. You learned how to stay quiet, how to keep your faith private, how to smile while something inside slowly aches. And Allah saw every moment of it. You may feel like your du'as were unanswered, like nothing changed, like Allah was silent. But silence does not mean absence. Sometimes Allah is not changing your situation because He is working on your heart. Sometimes Allah delays answers because the answer needs to arrive when your heart can carry it. And sometimes Allah sends a reminder instead of a solution because the reminder is the solution. This is one of those moments. Allah brought this message to you because He knows your heart is tired from trying to carry everything alone. You've been relying on yourself for too long, trying to stay strong, trying to stay patient, trying to stay balanced. But hearts were not created to carry everything alone. They were created to return. You may not feel lost completely, but you feel disconnected enough to notice. You still believe, you still pray, but something feels distant, and Allah knows that distance. Distance does not mean rejection. It means the heart needs attention. That is why this reminder found you now. Not earlier, not later, now. Because now your heart is open enough to receive it. Allah does not force guidance, He invites. And this invitation came at the exact moment your heart needed it most. If your heart was hardened, this would mean nothing. If your heart was closed, these words would pass by. But you paused, you listened, you felt something. That feeling is not weakness, it is awareness. It is Allah reminding you that He is closer than you think. Closer than your worries, closer than your confusion, closer than the heaviness you feel. This message is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to gently realign you back to awareness, back to honesty, back to the one who never stopped watching over you. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not disconnected beyond repair. You are being called quietly back to where your heart belongs. At some point, every heart reaches a quiet decision, not a loud one, not a dramatic one, just a moment where it realizes it cannot keep running from pain, running from questions, running from the heaviness that refuses to disappear. And in that moment, something shifts. You begin to understand that the heart was never meant to find peace in distraction. It was never meant to be satisfied by noise. It was never meant to carry everything alone. The heart was created to return, not perfectly, not proudly, but honestly. Returning does not mean you suddenly have all the answers. It does not mean life becomes easy overnight. It does not mean your pain disappears instantly. Returning means you stop pretending you are fine. It means you stop hiding from Allah with silence. It means you finally allow yourself to be seen, not by people, but by your Lord. Allah does not wait for you to fix yourself before you come back. He waits for you to come back so He can help you heal. You do not need perfect words. You do not need a perfect prayer. You do not need to know exactly what to say. A broken heart that turns toward Allah is more valuable than a confident heart that walks away. Sometimes returning looks like a quiet dua whispered in exhaustion. Sometimes it looks like tears falling without explanation. Sometimes it looks like sitting in silence admitting, Ya Allah, I'm tired. And that is enough. Because Allah does not measure sincerity by eloquence. He measures it by truth. The moment you turn back, even slightly, Allah moves toward you faster than you expect. He does not remind you of how long you were gone. He does not list your failures. He does not shame you for drifting. He welcomes you. Because mercy is not something Allah runs out of, and guidance is not something He withholds from a willing heart. If your heart feels heavy right now, that heaviness is not rejection. It is invitation. An invitation to stop carrying everything alone. An invitation to rest where rest was always meant to be found. Not in certainty, not in control, not in having everything figured out, but in Allah. You may still struggle, you may still feel unsure, you may still feel weak at times, but weakness in front of Allah is strength everywhere else. So do not rush yourself. Do not pressure your heart. Do not demand instant change. Just return. One sincere moment, one honest step, one quiet decision to stop running. Because Allah never sends a reminder without also opening a door. And if this reminder found you today, it means the door is still open, exactly when your heart needed it the most.